Good afternoon, my students. So we have completed Unit 1 Basic of Exports along the product selection, country selection. So Unit 2 Legal requirements, how to get the IE code RCMC. அப்புறம் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா then about the export promotion councils. So third one, you have gone into the logistics requirements regarding your transportation, everything. And then we gone into the international marketing. So how we are marketing your product and how we are proceeding forward. It comes under the international marketing. So we have completed the planning stage. So export பொறுத்த வரையும் this fourth stage is considered the planning stage where the time doesn't plays a major role. So you can take your own time and everything, and you can update your procedure of getting the work. So this session, it's a longest session where we have to have a huge working. So where we deal on the financial aspects of the export business. So எந்த ஒரு கம்பெனி எடுத்தாலும், வாட் எவர் கம்பெனி இட் மே பி ஆர் இன்ஸ்டிடியூஷன் ஆர் ஆர்கனைசேஷன், there will be equal responsibility for the sales and marketing. There will be responsibility for the finance, and there will be responsible for the operations. So all three departments constitute around 33% of the overall input of the organization, whereas the finance takes the maximum uphold since it deals with the profitability and all the transactions involved in the business or organization. So costing ஃபினான்ஸுங்கிறது ரொம்ப 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 முக்கியமான ஒரு விஷயம். ஸோ எந்த ஒரு பிஸ்னஸுமே வந்துட்டு if the costing is not good, if the costing is wrong, it may be a under costing or it may be a over costing. So if it is under costing, so 100% sure that the product doesn't sell it for the profitable in the market, whereas it is in over costing, it may sell in the initial stage, but as and when the product goes into the market, so we will not be able to sell our product in the market. So business success depends on how we cost the product and how we proceed with the business of the product. So with respect to your export import business, costing is the main factor in deciding the success of your export and import business. So with respect to export, costing plays a very important role, so in selling your products. Okay, so the as a importer point of view, as a buyer point of view, the buyer looks into your costing under various scenarios. One will be is the landing cost. So landing cost is the cost what you are giving, including your transportation, everything becomes a landing cost. The buyer will be calculating is input import duty or VAT, which is applicable in his country. So combining both, he has to fix a rate in the market and he has to sell his product. So this will be a impact in the export business. But when it comes to the import business, so the costing involves how much we are going to buy from the buyer in the abroad country. So we have to make sure what is the import duty applicable for the product as on date for the country. So based on that, the import costing has to be worked out and the costing has to be finalized. So depending on the economy of the country or depending on the political situation of the country, there are various fluctuation in the costing, and the costing fluctuation, everything has to be developed by your basic financial and business intelligence. So example, if you take Sri Lanka, there is a possibility that day to day the import duty varies because of their poor economical situation. So if you are planning to export, you decide in the mind that your import duty is around 40%, so that while importing they can have such a cost so that they can work out, but the fluctuation is so high that the variation will be very high. So costing plays a highly mentally very high role in fixing the product. So before in costing, so my request to the students is that, so if we are into the exim management field with respect to the costing or everything, I request you people to be a ethical. So ethical in the sense, don't do any under invoicing or over invoicing. So under invoicing means, so you people start the business and you people make a sales contract by fixing the rate as a so and so. It's a cost of the product is around $7. So at the time of invoicing, the buyer may request you to quote it lowest rate. So if it is $7, he might be request you to quote it $4, so that we will have a possibility of having a low import duty. He may request you, so it must not be done. So balance I can transfer you, or balance I can do something, or you can give it as a property, or you can give it as a product. So that should not be accepted. It's unethical and it is illegal as per the rules of Government of India. Then it is over invoicing. So you decide to have a $7 or something, so the client may have some issues in India and there will be some person who he has to transfer some money, so he requests you to put the product cost as some over costing. It might be a $7 product can cost to $10. So on the $10 they ask to pay the amount to a person who is in India due to some reason. So that should also be done. And you have to make sure that each and every paisa that comes from the export import transaction has to be done only through bank. So he is my friend or he is my relation, so I can go directly and get money from him. நான் நேராக போய் இங்கே வாங்கிக்கலாம். ஸோ ஐ ஹவ் ஹியூஜ் பேக்ரவுண்ட் அந்த மாதிரிலாம் நினச்சிக்கிட்டு இருந்தீங்கன்னா, ஸோ எக்ஸ்போர்ட்டில் இட் வில் லீட் டு ஹவாலா கைஸ் விச் இஸ் கால்ட் அஸ் அந்நிய செலவாணி மோசடியுமாக. So right now the laws with respect to the corporates and civil are very 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 strict, such that we are unable to carry out the business, which will affect your reputation, all your civil score, everything. So the Government of India will move you into a blacklist where you will not be in a position to sell your products or carry out the business in your name or in an organization which is so and so. So these are the basic criteria points which you people have to have in the mind before proceeding into the costing of the product. Okay, so costing is the main factor in deciding the success of your export business. So I have one of my friend who is dealing with shirts. So he used to buy shirts from Tirupur for around 300 rupees and he quoted around 800 rupees. And each and every time whenever the client calls him and speak him, he starts the discussion. So he sends the sample gets approval and everything, they say good quality, but when it comes to the costing, so once he starts quoting the cost, the client stops speaking with him. So the cost கொடுத்தனா அடுத்த second day the client doesn't speak with him, so he stops his discussion with them. So இது வந்துட்டு என்னாச்சுன்னா ரெகுலராக நடந்துடுச்சு. இட் வாஸ் ஹேப்பனிங் ஃபார் 3 to 4 months. So then he had a brainstorming with all the partners or something, and the solution was very simple. So when you gave the costing, the client stops speaking with you. It clearly shows that the client is not interested in the costing of the product. So you have to rework and you have to submit with the recosting of your products. So that's the criteria which the client is expecting from you. So costing was, he did a over costing. The same person reworked the costing. So for the 300 or 400 rupees shirt, he had some 25%, 50% may charge around 400 to 500 rupees. Then it was saying that the order was pouring it. So that is the thing we people have to understand. And another concept I want to say before entering the costing is the market value. So you people have to understand that Indian market is different from the international market. So if you take Indian market, I used to quote, it's like a Saravana Stores market. If you sell a shirt saying that it's 5 shirts for 500 rupees, the people will be ready to buy from you. Yeah, but if you say a single shirt costs around 500 rupees, the client won't be ready to pay as of Indian market. But when it comes to the abroad market, more than the costing, the people look for the quality of the product. ஸோ பொருள் தரமாக இருந்துச்சுன்னா they won't mind to buy the product by quoting you the highest cost. So if there is a shirt which is of good quality and if you charge on 1,000 rupees or 1,500 rupees, yes, the people will be ready to buy from you. So that is the most important factor with respect to the costing. So before entering into costing, I would like to want you people to know about two important things in the costing. First one, you people must know about the currency values. So if you are planning to enter your career in export import management, it is mandatory that you people should know about the currency values of the foreign currencies, especially with respect to US dollars, with respect to euros, with respect to pound, and with respect to Japanese yen. So these are the four basic currencies you have to understand, and you people have to monitor the cost on day-to-day basis. Daily பார்த்தோன்னா at least weekly once you people should know. So this is the area it's going, and what is the season the currency is getting fluctuated. So எந்த மாதிரி நேரத்தில் currency fluctuation ஆகுது, so what is the duration, so how the currency is strong or how the rupee value is strong, what is the maximum value that the dollar is going on, and you people have to understand everything. So why you are concentrating on these four currencies? Sir, I want to make it sure that these four currencies are called as freely convertible currency in the international market. International market la pathina, these four currencies are called freely convertible currencies. So freely convertible currency is another meaning. So these four currencies will be available abundantly in the market, so or in any banks in any country. So if you are quoting in terms of dollars, the importing country will be having the dollars in huge quantity, so that they can change this value with respect to your product. So freely convertible in the four currencies mala you people should have a pakka knowledge on the currency values, especially with respect to dollars, euros, pounds, and Japanese yen. So when you are working out the costing, you have to make sure that the costing has to be worked under US dollars, or when you are giving a quotation to a buyer, you have to make sure that the quotation is being given with respect to the costing what you are giving. Okay, so these are the important things you people have to understand before finding out the costing. So before costing, you people have to understand what is the different type of costing available in the market. So ஒரு பொருள் காஸ்ட் கொடுக்கறது different types என்னென்ன மார்க்கெட்டில் அவைலபிளாக இருக்குது. So first there are two types of costing strategy. One is called as fixed costing, and another one is called as variable costing. Fixed costing na enna, so once the product is made and you fix a rate, or 3 months out or 6 months out, there won't be variation in cost until the raw material cost varies. So if example எடுத்துட்டிங்கன்னா, if you take a machining part, so there is an order from US market, so a person from Coimbatore is machining that part and he is supplying the part to the client. So that is the work he is doing. So initially when they are developing this product, so they decided per hour charges around $20. That is what they are fixing, and he works out that this product requires around 3 hours to manufacture. So per part we have to charge $60 apart from raw material. Here there is two types of scenarios. One vandittu the buyer will procure the raw material and give to the fellow, so he will be charging only for the machining, and the machining cost it won't vary. So if you take it for even 1 year, the machining cost doesn't vary, it's a fixed cost. So whatever it may be, he has to operate only with this $20, and the $20 based on the per hour charge photo he will be operating for the next 1 year. But the client says after 1 year so and so we are unable to give the raw material, so you can procure the raw material and you can finalize the costing. So this fellow again works out and he gives the costing. Here, if since he procures the raw material, naturally he has to change the cost for every 3 months or every 6 months. So this type of costing is called as fixed costing. So the raw material variation alone will affect the value of the costing, whereas other overheads everything will be a fixed cost. ஸோ இதை வந்துட்டு யாருமே வந்துட்டு பிரித்து போட முடியாது, they can't do it. The second type of costing is a variable costing. So example very good is gold and the petrol diesel. So variable costing is nothing but so day to day variation will be there based on the international market. So gold order rate லாம் today it will be somewhat, tomorrow it will be increasing, the after it will be decreasing. It depends on the stock of the country, it depends on the people how they are selling their gold, it depends on lot of x and y factors. That variable costing takes a shape on it. So it's a basic requirement. It will derive the costing of the various products. So before entering into the cost, when by selecting a product, you people have to first the clarity that by whether my product will undergo a fixed costing or variable costing. ஸோ காஸ்டிங்கில் இதெல்லாம் நீங்கள் வந்துட்டு பேசிக்காக யூ பீப்புள் ஷுட் லேர்ன் திஸ் பிஃபோர் என்ட்ரிங் இன் டு த காஸ்டிங். நெக்ஸ்ட் திங் யூ பீப்புள் ஹவ் டு அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் இஸ் யூ பீப்புள் ஹவ் டு ரைட் ஈச் அண்ட் எவ்ரி எக்ஸ்பென்சஸ் before finalizing the cost to the client, right from the raw material cost, overhead cost, packing cost, inspection cost, all the cost has to be worked out before giving out the cost to the client. So after giving the client the cost, and if you forgot to say some I missed the costing like this, the client won't accept it. So including admin cost, your travel expenses, miscellaneous எல்லாமே வந்துட்டு has to be included and it has to be updated. So these are the basic things you people have to understand. Next thing you have to understand before costing is the you people, if you are going for any packing credit, you people should understand how much interest will be incurred on the loan what we are going to give. So for export business, the banks will give a packing credit or pre-term loan. So அந்த பேக்கிங் கிரெடிட்டுக்கான ஒரு இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் காஸ்ட்டை அவங்க பிடிப்பாங்க. அந்த இன்ட்ரெஸ்ட் காஸ்ட்டை யூ பீப்புள் ஹவ் டு மேக் ஷுவர் நீங்கள் காஸ்டிங்கில் ஆட் பண்ணுவீங்க. Then you people have to understand if you are doing the business through letter of credit. Letter of creditங்கிறது ஒரு payment terms. So the method of getting money from a client is called as payment term. அந்த பேமெண்ட் டேர்ம் பண்ணும்போதும் the banks will charge you some percentage interest which has to be understand by the you and has to be added in the costing. So these are the things has to be remembered while costing the product. Next thing you have to understand in the costing is the about the factors that influence the costing. So there are three major factors which affects your costing. So first one will be the product cost. So product cost has to be worked out by us. So as a exporter, you people know what is your product, how this product is made, what is the raw material required for this product, how much we have purchased, what is the overheads has been undergone in these products, and what is the power cost or what is the inspection cost. So what are the miscellaneous charge, என்னென்ன இருக்குங்கிறது எல்லாமே you people can easily work out under the product cost. Okay, so second one will be the profit. So based on your organization or based on your quality of the product or based on your demand supply or based on the additional certifications you have, you people can fix the profit. So product cost எப்படி இருக்குன்னு உங்களுக்கு தெரியும். You can make sure depending on your raw material fluctuation you can fix உங்கள் ப்ராடக்ட் இஸ் a fixed costing or variable costing. So product cost you people have to work out and come out of fixed cost. Against the product cost you people should add a profit, whether it's a 5% or 8% or 15 or 20, 25 or it can be 100% depending on the various factors such as monopoly, demand, supply. Example பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இப்போ சர்ஜிக்கல் மாஸ்க். ஸோ சர்ஜிக்கல் மாஸ்கோட மேனுஃபேக்சரிங் காஸ்ட் எனக்கு தெரிஞ்சு இட்ஸ் மேக்ஸிமம் இட்ஸ் அரௌண்ட் 1 rupee 90 paise when there was a low demand. But when coronavirus started and there was a huge demand, this 3 play mask today it is being sold to MSP, minimum selling price is around 16 rupees. So when it comes to the local market, it's around 19 rupees. When it's been exported, it is around 30 rupees. So the profit which is been got from due to COVID for the mask is around more than 500% per mask. The person who are doing the mask are earning a huge money because of this COVID-19. So coronavirus has been bringing a huge business opportunity for the PPE manufacturers, that is personal protective equipment manufacturers. They have gained a huge business because of this coronavirus. So profit can vary. So product cost and profit, these are the two factors. These two factors will be understood by you people, and you people can work on the costing of the product. So costing work out பண்ணும்போது you people have to be very careful in providing the costing. Okay, so if you are planning to export your goods from Kerala, it is mandatory that you people add your loading and unloading cost. So since Kerala is having a good strong workers union, they used to charge a payment for loading and unloading their products, which is very high when compared to the loading and unloading charges with respect to the nearby states. So this is a major factor which you have to include. So product cost, if you minus any cost or something which has been lost, you cannot be able to claim it back from the customer. There will be a sales contract before starting the business, and the sales contract will clearly say that the cost variation or something will be done only after every 3 months or every 6 months or every year, depends on your business or depends on your client. The cost variation and the time of implementing that will vary. So you can't expect a continuous variation in the product cost. You can expect the market or something to have a continuous product cost, or the client can't support you with a continuous cost. So once you worked out for your product, example, we can take the product as we can take it as a we'll take the example of a mobile phone. So everyone is having a mobile phone. We are going to assemble a mobile phone and we will be planning to export. So our mobile post cost edupom, we will calculate the profit of the mobile phone, then we will add fixed cost. So example, or Samsung Galaxy S9 oda product cost profit we keep it as 30,000 rupees. So எப்படி 30,000 rupees வந்துச்சு, you people have to work out individually. So அதோட கவர் என்ன ரேட்டு, you have to work what are the electronic components, what is the software implementation, all this has to be worked out for the product cost. Second, profit வந்து என்னோட ப்ராடக்ட் வந்து டெக்னிக்கலி ஹைலி குவாலிஃபைட். ஸோ திஸ் இஸ் த ப்ராஃபிட் ஐ எம் கீப்பிங். ஸோ நார்மலாக வந்து ப்ராஃபிட் யூ கீப் அஸ் 3,000, பட் ஃபார் திஸ் ப்ராடக்ட் ஐ எம் கீப்பிங் மை ப்ராஃபிட் அஸ் ஸோ 30% or 40%. ஸோ இந்த மாதிரிலாம் வந்துட்டு யூ பீப்புள் ஹவ் டு ஃபைனலைஸ் அண்ட் யூ பீப்புள் ஹவ் டு அப்டேட் த ப்ராஃபிட். ஸோ இது ரெண்டும் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா இட்ஸ் அ ஃபிக்ஸட் காஸ்ட். ஸோ ப்ராடக்ட் டெவலப் பண்ணும் போதே யூ பீப்புள் கேன் அண்டர்ஸ்டாண்ட் these two cost will be a fixed cost. So product cost and profit, once you develop it, yes, you can find out this is a fixed cost until there is a variation in your input raw material. உங்களோட ரா மெட்டீரியல் காஸ்ட்டில் வேரியேஷன் வர வரையும் there is no chance that your product cost will be varying. Okay, so third one will be the transport cost, which will be given by the logistics person. So transport cost is depending on lot of x and y z factors. So transport cost varies depending on the mode of transport, whether shipping or it is air or it is road. So shipla vandittu if you are planning to transfer your goods, if per kg cost on 60 rupees, if you are planning to send through air, the cost may vary up to 100 to 150 rupees. So transport cost varies with respect to the mode of transport. Transport cost varies with respect to the location. So one client may ask for Dubai, one client may ask for Australia, one client may ask for Europe. So depending on the location, this transport cost varies. This transport cost will be given by the logistics person. They work out the transport cost based on a term called Incoterms. So Incoterms 2020 is the latest version which has been updated, so which is called as international commercial terms. ஸோ பையர் வந்து உங்களுக்கு காஸ்டிங்கும் கொட்டேஷனும் கேட்கும்போது he will be discussing with you only based on the Incoterms. Okay, so Incoterms is very important. So next session I will be discussing full detail on the Incoterms. So Incoterms என்ன ஆச்சு, எங்கிருந்து வருது, who created the Incoterms, and what are the things in that Incoterms. Okay, so that will be, I will be clearly explaining. So the transport cost will be given by the logistics provider or the CHA. So you people have to work out the product cost separately, you people have to work out the profit separately, and you people have to get the transport cost separately. So over cost will be having different factors, so which will be cut short, whereas transport cost will be including the all the charges right from your procurement point till loading into ship and all reaching to the port. Depends on the buyer's requirement, this transport cost may vary. So transport cost, there are a lot of elements. It covers your documentation, comes your handling charges, it covers your transport charges, it covers your customs expense, it covers your additional expense if any. So all this will be added in the transport cost. So product cost, profit and transport cost, all these things has to be worked out and added, and that is to be divided by the current dollar value to submit to your buyer. So costing பண்ணும்போது you have to be very careful. My sincere request is, I request you people to have a separate Excel sheet to work out the costing. So depending on the country, the cost may vary. So once you got a quotation, for example Dubai for the month of May, so there will be a less fluctuation only when it comes to the every month there will be only little bit fluctuation. So today the cost for sending your goods to Dubai is around 50,000. So till May 31st there won't be so much a big fluctuation. There will be a fluctuation cost of only 3 to 4%. So you can make sure that the transport cost is being understand. Okay, so while considering your product cost or profit and transport cost, depending on your business requirement, you can consider your incentive scheme like MEAS, or you can consider your duty drawbacks which is been given by the government, so that you can offer a discount to a client, to the client. Since we get the benefits, this can be worked out and we can get an offer to, we can supply an offer to the client, so that the business will be a profitable to both the client and supplier. From our point of view, the transporters play a very important role in arranging all your documentation, in arranging your shipping bill. Shipping bill is a very important document. Only through shipping bill we will be able to claim the incentive from the government. If there is a small variation shipping bill, there won't be any use in updating of this document. So transport cost plays a very major role in things. So you have to work out each one individually, and you have to divide it by the current dollar value, so that you get a constant value. Okay, so as I said, export success mainly depends on costing. So as an exporter, you have to work deeply in the costing, so that your business is very successful one, and we'll be able to make it on a more positive way. Okay, so export success mainly depends on the costing methodology and costing style you people are following it, and you people have to make sure that the costing doesn't make it under costing or overcosting, and we work it on a good profitable way, which is around 25% to 30% of the overall product cost. So these are the things which gives a huge impact in the market, and we can have a very good impact on the market. Okay, so with the basic idea of the costing, we will move into the next session, where we will be discussing about your Incoterms, international commercial terms, and how to give a quotation to the client. So quotation வந்து ஒரு client கேட்டானா how to give a quotation to a client. Okay, so that is what we are going to work, and we will be having a full subject on the info terms. Thank you.